Music Production.
Hello, what is poppin'? We're looking at Palantir Technologies here. Now, this is one of my favorite charts here, simply because it's super easy to understand, nothing super confusing. If you go to the basics, everything in terms of a chart and the market psychology lines up with PLTR. We had a large zone where we were accumulating, right? So call it this zone. The reason why I mark over here is because this area was a strong support at one point, which turned into resistance, this $10.70 zone, okay? We spent from May 2022 to May 2023 going sideways, and we get a nice breakout, right? This breakout leads us to a higher low in the chart, right? What is a higher low? Simple. You start from a low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? And this right there creates an uptrend. It's really straightforward. This is why I like looking at this basic stuff. It could help simplify things for you, right? So we have this in the chart where we create a higher low, and that happens at a previous resistance level, which is 1330 towards 1450 range, call it, okay? After we develop some sort of a base at this higher low, which took from June 2023 to around October 2023, as you could see in this range. I changed my chart so all of the tools I use are different colors, but this is what we're looking at. We create this higher low. It takes several months to develop the higher low. And now we're trying to break out, right? We're trying to get that next higher high. This is where we're at now. We're trying to break out and get that move, but it's being stubborn, right? Why is it being stubborn? It's being stubborn because we're running right back into this major zone that was acting as support for the entirety of 2020, right? We dipped below a little bit May 2021, but most of 2021, it tried to act as support until we broke below it. This is our first time in this range. First time really in this range. Since so-called this, 2023? Last time we were in this range is 2021. 2 years, right? So if you think of it just from basic psychology, the people who bought here and they held for 3 years, and now we're back in that zone, 2 years, 3 years, whatever you want to call it. They're thinking, this is my opportunity. I'm selling. I'm just about break even, right? I'm so close. All that pain I went through, I'm down 30% now. I was once at one point, I was down 77%. This is how the average person who has no idea what they're doing thinks. So this is why we're still seeing that struggle. So what do we expect? What can we look for in Palantir Technologies? And I think it's very straightforward here. What we're looking for is we need time to break down this zone. Just like it was acting as support back in 2020 to late 2021, it's acting as resistance now. Just like it took, look how many times it took coming into this zone where eventually the supply in this area started to outweigh the demand in this area, and then we broke below. Just like over here, the supply in this area, it outweighs the demand in this area right now. So it's going to take a little bit more time to weaken this zone. So what we might see in Palantir is we have this strong breakout move to the upside, spend several months creating a higher low. We try to tackle this zone again. Right now we're having this tiny pullback. It could bring us right back into this support area, which would make things very easy, or it could create a slight higher low. And then what we want to see is we need to break this zone down. So let's hang around this area for however long it takes in 2024 before we get the move to the upside. And the move to the upside would bring us right back into this range, because that is the previous resistance where we struggled very much back in 2020 and 2021, right? So I do think this is the year for Palantir to reach around $30. But the time it's going to take, we don't really know. But this is what we can look for from a technical perspective. And if you're looking at it from this perspective, it starts to make a lot more sense, because now you could start to draw out patterns, start to draw out what is actually happening. And if we have this here, and we think that there might be a potential ascending triangle that could happen in this range, call it something that looks like that, right? Again, let's change up all the colors on this. If this is the case, and this is our resistance, then it's pretty straightforward. We're looking for an ascending triangle in this range, and it could take however long to break this zone, right? So if this is going to be our support, we get a bullish move off of this support. We come to the upside, and maybe we play something like this where we get tighter and tighter in this range up until we get the breakout that we're looking for. Okay, that's my outlook on Palantir. I'm bullish on its potentials for 2024. So I'd be really excited if I'm a holder of PLTR. There's going to be plenty of opportunities to play options on this as well. You could also look at it from this perspective, where maybe we have some sort of ascending channel, right? So that could be the case here. Again, we'll be updating on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, so stay tuned, subscribe. Easy, guys.